What if there's a place on Earth that looks and behaves like another planet? A place where the laws of nature twist, where the ground turns into the sky, and where ancient legends meet modern science? Today, we're re-uncovering why Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat, might just be the most alien place on Earth, and more importantly, what secrets it's still hiding beneath its silent surface. Stretching across the high plains of Bolivia lies a landscape so surreal it's often mistaken for another world. Salar de Uyuni, a place where heaven and earth become one, where travelers lose their sense of direction and satellites use it to recalibrate their eyes on the planet. But beneath this mesmerizing surface lies a mystery, a story of fire, water, and time. A story that connects ancient seas, strange magnetic phenomena, and a treasure that fuels our modern technology. So what really is Salar de Uyuni? Just a breathtaking wonder of nature, or the key to understanding Earth's hidden forces? Have you ever seen a place where the Earth seems to disappear, and the sky stretches endlessly beneath your feet? A place where clouds drift below you, stars shimmer at your toes, and your reflection merges with the heavens above? Welcome to Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia's endless mirror, the largest salt flat on Earth, and quite possibly the most alien-looking landscape our planet has ever created. Located high in the Andes at nearly 12,000 feet above sea level, Salar de Uyuni stretches over 10,000 square kilometers, so vast that from space it looks like a silver scar across South America. But standing there in person, it's something else entirely. There are no trees, no landmarks, no sound except the faint whisper of the wind. It's a place that feels suspended in time, untouched by the chaos of the modern world. You can walk for miles and never see another soul, just your own reflection fading into infinity. When rain falls over the desert, something magical happens. A thin layer of water turns this massive salt plain into the largest natural mirror on Earth. The sky reflects perfectly on its surface. Clouds, birds, and even the distant horizon appear to hover in mid-air. It's like stepping into a dream or onto another planet entirely. Astronauts who have seen it from space say it looks like Earth's own mirror, a cosmic reflection that blurs the line between heaven and ground. But this is more than a pretty illusion. Salar de Uyuni plays tricks on your eyes and your senses. The air here is thin, the light almost blinding. You can't tell where the land ends and the sky begins. It's easy to lose your sense of direction. People describe it as standing inside a living hologram, one where your brain can quite comprehend what's real and what's reflection. Even compasses have been known to act strangely, their needles swaying uncertainly as if the place itself rejects navigation. It's not just the reflection that makes it feel unearthly, it's the silence. The kind that presses against your ears until you can hear your own heartbeat. The kind that makes you realize how small you truly are compared to the vast stillness of nature. In a world full of noise and motion, Salar de Uyuni is pure stillness, a white ocean frozen in time. And yet, beneath that blinding white crust lies a history that stretches back millions of years. Salar de Uyuni is the dried remnant of an ancient prehistoric lake, a vast inland sea that once covered much of Bolivia. Imagine that, where travelers now walk on salt, once there were waves, fish, and life. Over countless centuries, the water evaporated, leaving behind layer upon layer of pure salt, over 30 feet thick in some places. It's nature's slowest masterpiece, sculpted by time itself. But despite its harshness, Salar de Uyuni is teeming with subtle life. Tiny pink flamingos migrate here every year to breed, creating flashes of color against the endless white. Beneath the surface, microorganisms survive in saltwater pools, tiny life forms that scientists study for clues about how life might exist on other planets. NASA researchers even compare Salar de Uyuni to Mars, the same extreme dryness, the same mineral composition, the same ghostly silence. It's no wonder they test rover sensors here before sending them to the red planet. The air itself feels alien. Cold, dry, electric. When the sun sets, temperatures plummet and the entire plain transforms again. The reflection of daylight becomes a shimmering galaxy at night. Millions of stars appear both above and below you. For a few fleeting moments, you're standing in the middle of the universe sky, ground and light all dissolving into one cosmic vision. For the people who live nearby, this land isn't just a tourist attraction, it's sacred. The Amara and Quechua communities call it the mirror of the gods. They believe this is where the heavens touch the earth, a place of divine reflection where spirits of ancestors walk at dawn. And as you stand there surrounded by an endless horizon of blinding white, it's hard not to feel like they're crossed over into some other realm, one that belongs neither fully to earth nor the stars above. Long before this land became a sea of blinding salt, it was something entirely different, alive, blue, and full of movement. Millions of years ago, before the Andes stood as tall as they do today, this region of Bolivia was home to a massive prehistoric lake. It was called Lake Minchin, a vast inland sea stretching hundreds of miles across the Altiplano. Imagine it shimmering turquoise waters under an ancient sun, feeding rivers, nurturing wildlife, and reflecting a sky untouched by pollution or time. Salar de Uyuni was once the very heart of that sea. But then something changed. The world shifted. The earth itself began to move. As the Andes Mountains slowly rose from the planet's crust, the once stable climate of the region began to transform. The rains grew weaker, the air drier, and the once mighty Lake Minchin began to recede. The water levels dropped, leaving behind smaller, saltier remnants, first Lake Tauca, then Lake Copasa, and finally, what would become the Salar de Uyuni we know today. It wasn't a sudden change. It took thousands upon thousands of years, a slow evaporation of an entire world, until nothing remained but a crust of salt that now stretches endlessly toward the horizon. When scientists study the layers of salt here, they're essentially reading the diary of an ancient ocean. Each crystal records a memory, minerals left behind by vanished waves, sediments that tell stories of rising and falling water levels, of floods and droughts that shaped the land long before humans walked upon it. It's as if the Salar is whispering the secrets of a time when this desert was alive. Even now, if you dig beneath the surface, you'll find trapped pockets of brine remnants of those ancient waters still lingering in the depths. That brine holds clues to Earth's climatic past, microscopic fossils, minerals, and chemical signatures that scientists use to reconstruct what the planet's atmosphere was like thousands of years ago. It's like holding a piece of time itself, solid evidence of the world's slow transformation from liquid to crystal. But there's something haunting about it, too. To stand on Salar de Uyuni is to stand on the bones of an ancient sea. You can almost imagine the waves returning, the sound of water crashing against distant shores that no longer exist. It's as if the desert remembers, a ghostly echo of its watery past still lingers in the silence. Locals say that when the wind sweeps across the flats just right, you can hear the whisper of the old lake, the sound of waves that haven't existed for millennia. And yet, despite its emptiness, this place still pulses with energy. The salt here is senti lifeless. It's part of a living geological process that continues even now. Every rainy season, water from surrounding mountains flows back into the flats, dissolving the surface, reshaping the crust, and then drying again under the relentless sun. It's a yearly rebirth, a reminder that the ghost of the sea is never truly gone, just sleeping beneath the salt. What's even more astonishing is that the Salar doesn't only record Earth's history, it also teaches us about its future. Scientists believe that studying its cycles could reveal how climate change affects water systems and land formations over long periods of time. In other words, this isn't just a relic of the past. It's a laboratory of the planet's memory. Salar de Uyuni, this vast mirror of salt, carries the evidence of how Earth adapts, transforms, and survives, even after its waters vanish. And if you look closely at the salt polygons, those perfect geometric patterns stretching across the surface, you can see the fingerprint of nature's precision. Each hexagonal shape is formed as the brine below pushes upward and evaporates, creating self-organized designs that repeat endlessly. No human hand drew them, no machine designed them. They're the scars of a dying sea, mathematical poetry written by nature itself. It's strange to think that a place so dry, so silent, was once full of life. Ancient fish swam here. Birds flocked above it. Rivers flowed into it. Then, over the ages, everything withdrew, leaving only silence and salt, a brilliant white monument to change. It's Earth's way of reminding us that nothing lasts forever, that beauty can emerge from desolation, and that even in the most barren landscapes, there lies a trace of everything that came before. Something strange happens when you step deep into the heart of Salar de Uyuni. It's not just the endless reflection that plays tricks on your eyes. It's something deeper, something you can feel. Compasses falter, GPS systems drift, drones lose signal. Even seasoned travelers have reported strange sensations, dizziness, confusion, and the eerie feeling that the horizon is moving when it's not. This isn't just a landscape, it's a place that seems to bend perception itself. The Salar has long fascinated scientists for this very reason. On paper, it's just salt, a flat expanse with nothing but minerals and sunlight. But the more you study it, the more it defies simple explanation. The magnetic anomalies recorded here are small but persistent. Instruments show unusual fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field, invisible waves that shift ever so slightly across the plane. No one can say exactly why. Some researchers suspect the unique mineral composition beneath the salt layers of brine, lithium, magnesium, and volcanic rock might subtly interact with the planet's magnetic lines. Others believe it's the result of electrical charges created by the intense sunlight and temperature differences between the surface and the air above it. But to those who've experienced it, it feels like standing in the middle of a living field of energy. Locals have other explanations. To the Amara people, Salar de Uyuni is not just a place, it's a being. They believe that powerful spirits inhabit the land, that its mirror-like surface is alive with energy from another world. Travelers tell stories of seeing light orbs floating in the distance, glowing balls that hover for seconds before vanishing into the horizon. But for the people of the Altiplano, those lights are the souls of the ancestors, guardians of the sacred plane. Then there's the phenomenon of the floating horizon. When the sky reflects perfectly on the flooded salt, it erases depth and distance entirely. Mountains seem to levitate in midair, vehicles appear to hover, and people walking ahead look like they're suspended between two worlds. Pilots who fly over the flats during the rainy season often describe the same unsettling illusion, the feeling of flying through the sky with no visible ground. Even satellites must adjust their readings here because the Salar's ultra-flat surface creates such precise reflections that it confuses altitude measurements. It's so perfect, in fact, that space agencies like NASA use Salar de Uyuni to calibrate their Earth observation instruments, using it as a mirror to fine-tune satellite sensors orbiting thousands of kilometers above. But there are stranger things still. At night, when the stars rise, the Salar transforms again. The thin air and lack of pollution make it one of the clearest night skies on Earth. But many who've camped here say they've seen more than just stars, flickers of light that dart across the horizon, moving too fast to be aircraft, too silent to be meteors. Some dismiss them as reflections of distant headlights, but others aren't so sure. The flatness of the land amplifies even the smallest glow, turning faint movements of light into enormous, otherworldly streaks that seem to dance along the surface. It's easy to see why so many myths speak of visitors from the heavens, or why UFO researchers call Salar de Uyuni one of the world's most active energy zones. Even the air behaves oddly here. Because of the extreme altitude and temperature shifts, mirages are common waves of heat-bending light in ways that make distant objects shimmer and move. Mountains appear and disappear. The ground ripples like water. Travelers walking for hours toward a visible point often find it was never there at all. Some scientists say these illusions are caused by the same atmospheric distortions seen in deserts worldwide, but the Salar magnifies them to almost supernatural levels. And yet, what's perhaps most mysterious is how these phenomena affect the people who visit. Many describe a deep sense of calm, as if the vastness of the salt plain silences not just sound but thought itself. Others feel the opposite, an overwhelming sense of awe, a dizzying realization of how fragile human perception is when faced with something so perfectly alien. It's as though the land is testing the boundaries of what our minds can understand, making us question whether what we see is truly real. The Salar's strange behavior, its reflections, its magnetic quirks, its play of light, all seem to hint at something bigger, something we can sense but not quite explain. It's no wonder ancient myths, modern science, and unexplained phenomena collide here, in this silent sea of salt, where even reality seems to shimmer and shift beneath your feet. Beneath the endless white crust of Salar de Uyuni lies a treasure so valuable. It's been called the oil of the 21st century. It's not gold, not silver, not even diamonds. It's lithium, the lightest metal on Earth, the very element that powers the modern world. Every smartphone, every electric car, every rechargeable battery owes its life to lithium. And deep beneath the salt, Salar de Uyuni holds the largest known deposit of it anywhere on the planet. The sheer scale of it is staggering. Scientists estimate that over 50 to 70% of the world's lithium reserves lie trapped in the brine below this blinding expanse. Imagine that beneath one of the quietest, most isolated places on Earth rests the beating heart of the global energy revolution. The same land that once hosted an ancient sea now holds the key to humanity's technological future. It is a strange irony, a barren desert supplying power to billions of lives across the world. But this story is far from simple. Extracting lithium from the Salar isn't just a matter of digging. It's a delicate and controversial process. Underneath the salt crust lies a thick layer of brine, salty water saturated with minerals like potassium, magnesium, and lithium. To harvest it, companies drill through the crust and pump the brine into large evaporation ponds. The sun does the rest, slowly drying the water, leaving behind crystallized minerals that are later processed into lithium carbonate. It sounds natural, almost clean, but the truth is more complicated. This process consumes enormous amounts of water, a resource already scarce in the high-altitude desert of Bolivia. Every drop taken from underground changes the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Local communities who depend on nearby lakes and springs fear that excessive lithium extraction could drain the region dry. And yet, the demand for lithium continues to grow. As the world races toward renewable energy, the Salar has become a battleground, a place where environmental preservation clashes with technological progress. For Bolivia, the Salar represents more than just wealth. It's a symbol of national pride and independence. Unlike other resource-rich nations that surrendered their treasures to foreign corporations, Bolivia has vowed to control its lithium destiny. The government declared that the lithium of Uyuni belongs to the Bolivian people, a promise to harness it not just for profit, but for the country's future. Still, beneath those promises lies tension. International investors are eager to tap into this vast reserve while local communities fear exploitation and environmental harm. The salt flat, once silent and untouched, now stands at the center of a global tug-of-war. But there's something poetic about this transformation. A place once shaped by ancient water now powers the electric dreams of the modern world. Millions of years ago, Salar de Uyuni was a living ocean full of minerals carried by volcanic rivers. When that ocean dried, it left behind salt and secrets. And now, those ancient minerals are being reborn as batteries, storing the energy of the sun, driving cars, powering satellites, fueling the age of technology. It's as if the Earth itself hid its power here, waiting for humanity to be ready to use it. Yet the deeper we dig, the more questions emerge. What does it mean to extract the planet's memory for power? Is this progress or just another form of consumption masked as innovation? The Salar's lithium is finite, and every grain of salt, every droplet of brine, carries within it a story millions of years old. To mine, it is to rewrite that story, to transform prehistory into modern energy. Some see it as evolution. Others see it as desecration. Travelers who visit the Salar today might not see the machinery or the vast ponds of evaporation tucked away at its edges. They see the perfect white horizon, the mirrored sky, the endless calm. But beneath that beauty lies the quiet hum of industry. Pipes drawing brine from deep underground. Evaporation pools stretching like blue veins across the desert. It's a hidden world, unseen yet vital, where nature's stillness conceals humanity's hunger for power. And there's a strange irony in all of it. The Salar de Uyuni, a place that feels timeless and untouched, is now one of the most critical pieces of the modern world's puzzle. Every time someone charges their phone, drives an electric car, or stores solar power, a piece of this ancient sea is quietly at work, a whisper from the Earth's most alien place, powering the pulse of civilization from beneath a blanket of salt. Long before scientists measured the salt, before explorers crossed the white horizon, the people of the Andes already knew this place was different. To them, Salar de Uyuni was not just a landscape, it was a living spirit, a sacred realm where gods once walked and where the sky met the earth in eternal union. Every glimmer on its surface, every shadow cast upon its mirror, was a whisper from another world. And so the myths of Uyuni were born, stories of love, sorrow, creation, and cosmic power that shaped the very identity of this land. The Aymara people tell one of the oldest legends, the tale of Tunupa, the mountain goddess. According to the story, Tunupa was once a powerful deity who lived among humans. She was beautiful, wise, and kind, but her life was filled with sorrow. She fell in love with another god, but her love was not returned. Heartbroken, Tunupa wept for days and nights. Her tears and milk, symbols of her pain and purity, poured out into the valleys, flooding the land until it became a vast white lake. When the waters finally dried, they left behind the pure salt of Salar de Uyuni. Locals say that every grain of salt carries Tunupa's tears, and that the mirror-like surface reflects her eternal sadness back to the heavens. This myth isn't just poetry. It's a way of explaining the landscape's raw emotion. Stand in the middle of the Salar at sunset, and you can almost feel it. A kind of melancholy beauty, as if the earth itself remembers the goddess's grief. For the Aymara, the Salar isn't a dead desert, it's a sacred place of balance, where sorrow becomes beauty, where creation is born from heartbreak. But the stories don't end there. The Andes are filled with myths that tie the heavens to the salt. Some speak of great battles between gods of fire and water, their conflicts shaking the mountains and splitting the lakes. Others tell of celestial beings who descended from the stars, leaving behind trails of light and strange markings on the salt plains. These weren't merely tales of fantasy for many indigenous people. They were histories, echoes of encounters between the earthly and the divine. Over time, as explorers and modern travelers reached Uyuni, those ancient legends took on new forms. In the age of satellites, drones, and UFO sightings, the Salar became the subject of a different kind of mythology, one shaped by the unknown possibilities of the cosmos. Its vast, flat, and perfectly reflective surface has made many wonder if it could have once served as a landing site for something or someone not of this earth. Satellite images show strange geometric patterns, formations that some conspiracy theorists claim could be ancient markings, like a forgotten code etched into the crust of the planet. At night, people have reported seeing mysterious lights gliding silently across the horizon, vanishing into thin air as quickly as they appear. Scientists call them plasma discharges, reflections, or even ball lightning. But for many, they are signs, evidence of something far older and far more intelligent than we can explain. Some ancient Aymara stories even speak of beings of light who descended from the stars to teach humanity wisdom, knowledge, and respect for the land. They were said to have walked across the salt plains, glowing like the sun itself, and then vanished into the heavens, leaving behind traces of their presence that would never fade. It's these stories that feed modern imaginations, theories of ancient astronauts, interdimensional travelers, or messages encoded in the very minerals of the earth. But perhaps what's most fascinating is how seamlessly myth and science intertwine here. For the locals, the Salar doesn't need to be explained, it is the explanation. Its existence, its mystery, its beauty, all of it is proof of something greater, something sacred. To outsiders, it's a geological wonder. To those who live in its shadow, it's a portal, a meeting point between the human and the divine, the earthly and the cosmic. Even today, when travelers stand under the endless stars, surrounded by the mirrored reflection of the Milky Way, stretching infinitely around them, it's hard not to feel the pull of those stories. The horizon disappears, the world becomes still, and for a moment, It feels as though the universe itself has opened a doorway right here on Earth. Maybe that's why the legends persist, because in a place so strange, so unlike anywhere else, myth doesn't feel like fiction, it feels like the truth. And perhaps, just perhaps, the mystery of Salar de Uyuni isn't only buried in the salt or the science beneath it, but in the stories passed down through generations. Stories that remind us that some places on Earth aren't meant to be understood, only believed. When you stand in the middle of Salar de Uyuni, it's impossible not to feel that this place is trying to tell you something. You look down and see the sky at your feet, clouds drifting beneath your reflection, stars shimmering in both directions. For a moment, it feels like the Earth has folded in on itself, heaven and ground merged into one infinite plane. There's no horizon, no up or down, no sense of where you are. It's as though the planet is showing you its soul, holding up a mirror not just to the universe, but to humanity itself. Scientists may call it a salt flat, a geological marvel, a result of ancient lakes in time. But to anyone who has stood there, in the vast silence where even footsteps sound like whispers, Salar de Uyuni feels like something far greater. It's not just a landscape, it's an experience, a revelation. Every reflection on its surface seems to echo a question. Who are we, really, in the face of something this eternal? When you see yourself mirrored in that endless surface, you realize how small we are, tiny flickers of existence on a planet that has been changing, evolving, and adapting for millions of years. The Salar is timeless. It was here before us and will remain long after we're gone. And yet, in its stillness, it reflects everything we are, our beauty, our ambition, our fragility. It reminds us that, no matter how advanced our technology becomes, we are still a part of this Earth, not its masters, but its guests. That reflection also carries a warning. Beneath its serene surface lies the mineral power that fuels our digital age. Every battery that lights up a city, every vehicle that drives toward a greener tomorrow, carries a piece of this place within it. The salt beneath our feet has become the foundation of modern progress. But the question lingers, how much of that progress comes at the cost of balance? Salar de Uyuni doesn't speak, yet its silence seems to ask whether humanity can extract from the Earth without destroying its spirit. As the world accelerates into the future, electric, connected, and restless, places like Salar de Uyuni stand as both relic and reminder. Relic because they hold the memory of Earth's earliest transformations. Reminder because they challenge us to look inward, to see the reflection not just of the sky, but of our choices. The salt mirrors everything, not just the beauty of the clouds above, but also the shadows of what we take from the planet. In the stillness of the flats, time feels different. The light changes slowly, the air holds its breath. And for a few rare moments, you can sense how fragile the line between nature and technology truly is. You might wonder if this is what the future will look like, a world stripped bare, gleaming with the remnants of our ambition, perfectly beautiful but eerily empty. Or perhaps it's showing us what harmony could look like, a world where reflection means understanding, where we finally learn to see ourselves as part of the same mirror that reflects the stars. Many travelers describe visiting Salar de Uyuni as a spiritual experience, even if they never set out to find one. Something happens out there, the way light bends, the way silence wraps around you, that makes you feel connected to everything and everyone. You realize the ground beneath you isn't just salt, it's history, memory, and energy. It's the condensed story of Earth itself, written in white crystal and mirrored light. Even scientists who study it can't help but be moved. The Salar's perfect flatness makes it ideal for calibrating satellites, allowing humanity to map the planet with incredible precision. In a way, it's poetic. We use this natural mirror to better understand the very world that created it. The Earth reflects itself so we can find our place upon it. It's as if nature built its own instrument to remind us where we came from and perhaps where we're going. When night falls and the stars rise, the Salar becomes an ocean of galaxies. The Milky Way stretches above and below you, so perfectly mirrored that you can't tell which direction the universe lies. And in that moment, something shifts inside, an awareness that this place isn't alien at all. It's us. It's the planet showing us what we truly are, reflections of the same cosmic dust, shaped by time, shining for a brief moment before fading back into the infinite. Salar de Uyuni isn't just the mirror of the sky, it's the mirror of existence. And if we dare to look closely enough, it reflects not only what's above us, but everything we've become beneath it. In the heart of Bolivia, where the earth gleams like glass and the horizon stretches into infinity, lies a place that refuses to be defined. Salar de Uyuni is not just a destination, it's a question carved into the planet itself. It's the ghost of an ancient sea, the cradle of untapped power, the stage for myths that still breathe through the mountains. It's a paradox, a place that feels both eternal and fragile, alien yet profoundly human. Here, science and legend walk side by side. Beneath the mirror-like surface lies the story of Earth's past, ancient lakes that lived died, and left their salt behind, while above it the heavens stare back, reminding us that everything in existence is a reflection of everything else. The Salar stands as proof that beauty can be born from desolation, that silence can be louder than any sound, and that the most mysterious places on Earth are often the ones that hold the clearest truths. It forces us to confront something we rarely stop to consider, that we are part of the same cycle that shaped this place. Our technology, our dreams, our greed, and our wonder are all mirrored here. Salar de Uyuni doesn't just reflect the sky, it reflects us. The choices we make, the stories we tell, the balance we struggle to maintain between progress and preservation. And maybe that's its greatest mystery of all. Not the magnetic oddities, not the lithium beneath, not even the legends of gods and lights in the night sky, but the way this silent ocean of salt holds up a mirror and quietly asks humanity one simple question: what do you see when you look at yourself? Because when you gaze into the Salar, when you stand surrounded by nothing but sky and reflection, you're no longer just looking at the world. You're looking at the story of the Earth itself, and your place within it.